Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, before we begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, at Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and you Akim pushing his word at the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity. And this is going to be a lesson going into, this new covenant, because there has been a topic and a talk about, these bug outs coming back out again out the woodworks. And, of course, we always touch upon these topics and we constantly go into it. But it's just going to be quick going into the new bodies, man, because this is what the new covenant consists of. And how can we possibly be in the new covenant if we're not under these new bodies, right?
And if we would be in those new bodies, then why are we still committing sins, man?
Exactly, because the new covenant, what does it consist of? Of the laws being written in our inward parts.
Our spirits, man.
Yep. And if the laws are written in our inward parts, that means we will not go off, which would mean what? We would be immortals. As Israelites, we would be immortals, because sin is what? Death. But what happened? We're in these bodies. Let me just get this Jude 1, because I'm going to make it quick. This is a lesson before camp. So this is Jude 1 and verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroy them that believe not. Verse 6, and the angels, right, when you read the book of Genesis and you go into that word, God, it goes into the Elohim. Yep. And the angels, or the Elohim, whatever, it's the same thing. Verse 6, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness. And when you go into everlasting, it's the same thing as when you read, they shall be cast into everlasting, darkness, or like yep, or the hell. They shall burn. You want to get that? Because when you go into that word, get in the Blue Letter Bible, Babak Shah. Actually get this. Get this Jude 1 and Jude 1 and 6, and get that word everlasting, Babak Shah.
Jude 1 and 6.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, it should go into a certain period of time. Because what? It's just gonna be until the kingdom is set up and we're finally under the new covenant. Okay, and we're gonna be in the new bodies. You wanna get that, Babak Shah?
This is Strong's G 126, and it says
Strong's G 126. Hideos.
I want to get the definition real quick.
Hideos, man. Let me see.
I don't know how to work on this phone.
The Strong's info says, Salakia.
It's loading up, but if I'm not mistaken, it should go something to the effect of, for a certain period of time. Well, whenever it loads up, I'm just keep reading it. Hey, he has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of the great day, right? But the elect are what? We're given, the eyes to see, to have that light during this time of darkness.
It's not popping up, but
let me see if I can get it real quick. Oh, it's eternal. There you go.
Oh, come.
Eternal. It's going to tell you eternal real quick. What'd you get in the book of Mark 3 and 29? Just going to that word eternal, because it's the same thing as everlasting. The same definition.
Meaning.
Yeah, the same meaning, kind of. Without beginning and end, that will always be, that always has been and always will be, without beginning, without end, never to cease, everlasting. Also used of past time or past and future as well. So like, probably going to the root word. Yup, right here. Aeon for the root word, and it goes period of time. There you go. So this is just that period of time that until the new covenant is fully established, right? Because we're in the grace. It's just that period of time that we're in right now under these bodies He's changed the darkness. And so that twinkling in the blink of an eye, what we are going to be changed into what? Those immortal bodies. Because you had these the bug out group say that they're technically immortal already, when they don't even know if they're part of the elect. They might die. They might die during Jacob's trouble. That's why you gotta understand that we're not in the new covenant as of yet. And this is just a really bugged out doctrine.
Exactly, because certain prophecies haven't even popped off yet, man.
Exactly. Hey, like the martyrs, that the Lord's martyrs for not taking the charagma. Revelations, Revelations 20 and 4, also Revelations 2 and 10. So hey, that hasn't even happened yet, because the Lord wasn't even the Lord had the Lord's not around, or is not around the time of the charagma. So this hasn't happened yet, and the charagma hasn't even played out yet. This is gonna happen in our near future, which proves that we're not under the new covenant, because under the new covenant it consists of us being in those new bodies. Right, if you get that understanding, this is 1 Corinthians 14 and 53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption. Let me read it up. 1 Corinthians 15 and yep, it's actually right here. Verse 51. Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised first. And the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. And this is exactly what it means. We're going to be going into the kingdom as immortals, because the laws are going to be written in our inward parts, meaning our la'ab, our mind. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, right, the new covenant is fully set in place, because we're not under the new covenant as of yet. We're under grace. Right? Hey, the scriptures even say in Romans, let me just get it real quick. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Romans 6 and 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Verse 2. God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? There you go. So you're not supposed to be sinning under grace. It means you still can't eat pork. You still can't, just lay off the dietary laws. But of course, you can't follow every law, which is why we're under grace. That's why the elders say, follow the laws to the best of your ability, to the best of our ability. So yeah, we're under grace right now. So when this corruption shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Because there, 56, the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. And there it goes. But thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. And then you can read. So there you go, right? The laws are going to be what? Written in our inward parts. In the new covenant, which is going to allow us to what? Put off this corruptible and come into that incorruptible. And the sting of death is going to be no longer unto us as Israelites. You other nations, you're still going to get old and die, because this only applies to the Israelites, because this is part of what? The new covenant. Just as the first covenant was given to the Israelites, it's the same thing as the second covenant was given to the Israelites. I'll just get it. Hebrews 8 and 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the day is come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel, right, the northern kingdom, with the house of Judah, the southern kingdom. There you go. You don't see, and the other nations. No, just Israel and Judah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, right? Because that's the first covenant where, it was written and we had to follow it, after reading the law, because it continued not in my covenant. And I regarded them not, saith the Lord, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor. There you go. You're not even supposed to be teaching under the new covenant. Why? What are we doing right now? We're actually getting ready to go to camp and what? Teach. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, because at that time everybody's going to know who the Lord is. Romans the 9th chapter. Why did the Most High raise up Pharaoh? Why did the Most High raise up Esau again? so he can show his power. The same thing as when he did during the time, of the Exodus. He raised up the Egyptians, the actual pharaohs, destroyed them, and it was brought into all the land of the earth that the Lord had done it, which is why everybody's gonna now know that the Lord is real, and every man is his brother. Then they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. And you got atheists walking around right now. You got people that don't even know what the hell they believe in. Okay, you got people that believe in all types of shit. This is how you know we're not under the new covenant again. Something quick, something, I just want to touch up on, the new bodies show us that, that we're not under the new covenant, like these chains of darkness. Also, and then just reading it itself, shall allow you to open up your, mind to show you that don't listen to what these dudes have to say, because we're not under the new covenant, we're under grace. Okay, so with that,